All right, hello. My name is Troy White with Hoodoo Financial, investment manager, financial planner, and financial educator. Today, I want to talk to you about something very important, and it's important to American society, but most important, it's probably important to you. You may be this person, you may not be this person that I'm going to be talking about, but some aspect of this scenarios that I'm going to lay out pertain to most American people. So I want to dive in. So also, before we even get started into it, because I usually forget, please like this video, please share this video, and subscribe to this channel. All right, what I want to talk about is, what do you do if you have nothing saved for retirement? What do you do if currently you got nothing? Now, the specifics in terms of the answer to this question are different for every single person. So I'm speaking of a hypothetical adult that is nearing retirement. However, I want to let you know that even if you have not saved yet, you have not started saving, you have not been investing, and you currently don't even know what investing and saving, you don't know nothing about that. Be surprised on how many people I come across that are this. Friends, a lot of friends, that know me from the past. Once I try to talk to them about saving and investing, they're eager to they want to do it, but it's like a foreign language to them, and they're scared. They don't know what to do, and they're embarrassed about the fact that they haven't done nothing up to this point. So let's just pretend, for argument's sake, you're somewhere between the age of 35 and 55. That's a wide range right there. But it don't matter. If you are in this scenario, meaning you have not begun saving and investing specifically for retirement, then what you gonna do? Now let's work backwards. Let's say you are 55. That's more of a worst case scenario. So currently, understand there is a retirement crisis. Most Americans, I forget the percentage, I think it's like 65% or more, have nothing saved for retirement. And then the percentages go up from there. Go down in terms of, well, another smaller percentage has done a little bit, but not enough. And then some others done a little bit more, but not enough, and so on and so forth. But let's start off with talk about retirement a little bit. When you retire, it still costs you money to live in America. So you currently make, for argument's sake, let's say you currently make $50,000 a year. So when you retire, it's a sure bet that your bills won't stop. So you still need income. So the purpose of saving and investing into your 401k plan is so that you will use that as replacement income. So once you are old and frail and no longer able to, sustain your occupation, get up every morning and go to work and so on, then you're gonna need somewhere else to get your money every 2 weeks, every month, or whatever, to pay your bills. And probably right now you have not considered in any way how to adjust your life to fit into a new no money income scenario. So first off, what are your options? if you have nothing for retirement and then retirement hits, or if you even have a little bit, well, your options are to reduce your lifestyle to fit into the income that you do have, wherever that's coming from. Maybe it's going to be Social Security, right? So you can cut back and only, just eat crackers and cheese and crackers every day, soup and cat food or something. Downsize if you are not done paying off your mortgage. If you're just a renter, then you're going to just have to downsize to a smaller place. You're going to have to probably move to where the rents are lower outside of your metropolitan area to what's called the bedroom communities, further out, a little bit past the suburbs even. And so that also dictates in a way the type of life you're going to lead in retirement. So, retirement just means that it's a time in your life you're just a certain age and your circumstances change, but your desires for living don't. And so you still enjoy things in this world and you still probably have some sort of goals. And so you want to go here, you want to go there, you want to see these things. I'm just going to kind of be a little bit cold-hearted in the way that I'm going to describe this. You're closer to dying. So you want to do the things that you dreamed about before accomplishing and doing before you die. But the expiration date is approaching. So you need to get it in. Now, the expiration date is approaching. However, it's usually still a long way off. And when I say a long way, it's a good 20 years or more off. So retirement age right now for Social Security purposes is 67. So if you once you reach 67, it is a fairly good chance that you will live another 20 years. So that's 87. So, then I'll point out you can reach 87, have all these physical problems, go to the emergency or go to the doctor, and they're not going to let you die. They're going to patch up all these holes, all these ailments. They'll give you medications and all of this. So, and they'll keep charging you for it, right? But they're going to keep you alive. So sometimes this could be keeping you alive against your will. So, and to put, I say cold-hearted, I'm going to say this, is it would be better off for you if you died because you don't got no money to pay for none of this stuff. And when they kick you out to patch you up and kick you out the hospital, you are in even worse condition in terms of generating an income. Because they just patched you all up. You got the recovery time. You're even more frail and more unable to earn a living. So it's all about what you do now, not what you can do at that point. What you do now is to save the future you. You got to have some compassion for yourself as an elderly person. So you tricking off money and blowing it and not being a proper steward of the resources that come through your hands are literally damaging the elderly you. So you might not care about yourself, but think of the impact that's going to have on your family members. Your children care about you. So what you're actually going to be doing by not preparing for your retirement, you are dooming your children, or specifically your daughter, if you have a daughter, You are dooming your daughter to financial instability, to financial hardship, to less wealth and less opportunities to achieve her goals. Why? Hey, you could combat me and everything. I'm just telling you how it really works out here in the real world. Out here in the real world, the daughter is going to take care of that parent, the elderly father, mother, auntie, all of that. That's how it works. I'm a financial planner, financial advisor. I see it all the time. And go look it up, Google it, see if I'm lying. And then the impact that that has on the woman's finances is just kind of perpetual. And I also point out to certain segment of our population, the one that I know more about, African American women, we have a large percentage of African American women who are single mothers. That also impacts your financial circumstances. So you've been battling these financial circumstances just to raise this one child up, 1, 2, 3, however many you got. And then, right when they are out the house, now your parent, you got to take care of them too. So what happens when you old? Well, since you wasn't able to save and invest while you was raising your single mother raising these kids, you wasn't able to save and invest, or you thought you wasn't, and nobody brought the information to you and the assistance. So you didn't save and invest for retirement, didn't and couldn't. And then your parent they didn't do it, and now they're a dependent of yours, and now they're hampering your financial progress. So you still can't save and invest. You still don't got no money because you still got a dependent. So that means that it's likely that you do not have enough and you have not saved and invested for retirement. So then those coming behind you are going to have to do the same thing you just did. So if you got a daughter, your situation is her situation. It's going to happen to her too. All right. And this is behavioral finance and statistical circumstances and all of this. So, you can say this ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna happen to me like that. Okay. So I'm here to give you some pointers so it won't happen to you like that. So what do you do if you have not saved nothing for retirement and retirement is approaching? Well, you need to replace that income. You need an income source. So while you have the physical ability to do the heavy lifting and the mental capacity to do it and the assistance, I'm here to assist you for one. But and you feel the urgency finally. Let's do it now. You should do it now. You should make the preparations for your retirement so that you are also killing two birds with one stone. You are thinking about the children that you have. Don't doom them to have to take care of you and hurt their financial circumstances and all the things they want to do in life. And then let's plan for the inevitable, especially if you're a woman, that you're going to have to take care of your parent if they didn't plan for their retirement. All right. What do you do if you have nothing saved for retirement? You're going to have to replace that income. You can pull back only so much, but you're going to have to replace that income. So, okay. So life cycle phase investing is out the window. And that's technical for us in finance insiders. Basically, that means life cycle phases is assuming that the way what that means is aggressive investing, and then you moderate investor, and then you're a conservative investor. Well, if you haven't saved nothing yet, you don't even have that luxury to to be moderate or conservative. You have to go for the gusto. Because if you got nothing, then you got to go for it so you'll have something, which is a risk. You have to risk more. It's the risk-reward trade-off. You need a higher reward, so you're going to have to risk a higher amount. Not necessarily you need to take on a higher level of risk. So not necessarily saying you need to risk more, higher dollars, which because you need to invest and save and invest everything you can. So life cycle phases is out. So it's all about legacy investing. This is the type of investing strategies, the investment focus that you have to implement. Legacy investing is investing in such a way as to have income even after I'm gone. So it is to support the legacy that's to follow me. Now, the legacy investing versus life cycle phase investing, those are going to require different types of investments because it's a different type of goal that you are. And I'm getting into the weeds right now of it. I'm getting technical, but you can kind of you don't have to memorize all of this, what I'm saying, but just kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. So if you got nothing now, then you definitely need some sort of way to create an income so that while I'm frail, it's still money coming in. All right. So relying on a retirement account is pretty much not going to be because you did. So we got to start in a retirement account. I don't care if you retire tomorrow. I mean, I ain't gonna say it that way. But in that scenario, I said if you're 55, you still need to start a retirement account, even if you didn't do nothing up to this point. Now you're gonna need to start an IRA, all right? And then as I'll go forward, we're gonna probably need to open a self-directed IRA. You're gonna have to do some heavy lifting. So sitting on the sideline is no longer an option. Sitting on the sideline just means you're going to lose. And losing in this game, meaning you don't have no money for retirement, losing in this game means homelessness. I see homeless people all the time, and it strikes fear in my heart. It's how they gonna resolve their situation. No, that's just the new normal. That's just the new life. And I want you to take a look at them homeless people next time you walk past them and envision yourself there. Because if you don't take actions now, you will be in that scenario. So Social Security is not going to be enough. So hopefully you've been working all of these years and you contributed to Social Security so that you have something coming in at that time. But also it's a lot of people that I know. They've been odd jobs here, there, and there. They don't have nothing coming. There's a lot of reasons why a lot of people don't have nothing coming when it comes in regards to Social Security. And if you that person, hey, even more so, we got to find a replacement income. All right. That means entrepreneurism is a must. What I say, you have to find a replacement income. Well, what is that going to be? It's not going to grow on trees. It's not going to fall off the sky. You have to do it now. Create a replacement income. So entrepreneurism of some sort is a requirement. Real estate investing is required. What do you do if you have nothing saved for retirement? Especially if retirement is imminent. You're gonna need some real estate. Period. You're gonna have to utilize leverage. You're gonna have to leverage your credit. Well, if you don't have no credit, right, you're going to better start building it, rebuilding it right now. I said heavy lifting. I know people, a lot of people are in a lot of scenarios. I've been in scenarios where it looks all bad. I'm a financial planner. I know for a fact. Make a plan, follow the plan, take the actions. You'll achieve your goal, period. So we're going to have a lot of micro goals, a lot of goals. All right. Traditional investment account is required, as well as a retirement account, an IRA. And a Roth IRA is probably a good idea for you. Roth IRAs, you can look up a Roth, but a Roth is basically the monies you withdraw to and retirement are tax free. I won't get too much. I got other videos that explain to you Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, and all of that. But I'm just breaking it down. You're going to need a Roth, probably. All right, financial planning is highly important for you. It's important for you to identify how deep the hole is so that we can formulate a plan on how I'm going to climb out this hole. It's important. The deeper the hole, the more robust our plan is going to have to be. The lower the hole, then, hey, okay, we might just need to make some adjustments, right? A couple of tools that can help you out of this little ditch. All right. We need to fund your investing. I said you need investment accounts, but where are we going to get the money to put in the accounts? Financial planning includes budgeting. You're going to have to get your budgeting in order. You're going to have to get your rainy day fund going right now to prevent those circumstances that pull you deeper into the hole. We can't afford those no more. So we got to keep moving. We got to climb upwards from here on out. We can't be living all the time, $20 in the bank and $20 to our name. So when you get a $500 problem, then you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, because that $500 problem means you're gonna not get your tags on the car, which means you're gonna get pulled over. They're gonna take your car and they're gonna charge you $1,000. So now where you can get that? Now you're even worse off. So now you gotta do all kinds. I mean, these crazy scenarios just compound over each other. You've lived it. I've lived it. It happens. I don't have to keep inventing scenarios for you to understand that it's one hole leads to a new hole, to a new hole, to a new hole. All right. You need to create an income source. We need to use the power of leverage and think about legacy and based investing. So that's the only way. You come up with another way, let me know. But that's the only way. It's going to require entrepreneurism and real estate investing, because you didn't do the slow grow way. Now we need to put this in overdrive. We need to be going for the gusto every roll of the dice. So here's a type of a scenario. What am I talking about? This is the type of thing I'm talking about. All right. So let's say you got 10 years till retirement. You got nothing saved. Okay. And your credit is bad and you don't got no money. All right. So if that was your circumstance today, then obviously you need a job. So let's say you work at, I'm going to make the scenario even worse. Let's say you work at Walmart right now. They don't have you, and they cutting your hours. So maybe they got a retirement thing, but they not giving you enough hours to benefit from that at all anyway. So they don't have no retirement for you because they're not giving you 40 hours. They're just giving you 30 hours. So your Walmart salary is sustaining your living right now. When you get off work at Walmart, you're going to have to go drive Uber. Now, your Uber money, you're going to need to put that in your investment account, all of it. Don't just invest 10% of all of your earnings. You need that whole other job. So something like that. So Walmart is your food and shelter. Uber is your future. All right. Now, you're investing in the stock market. So the cycle of our assets is going to go stock market. And as the market funds increase, we're going to use those assets as a down payment on an income producing property. As the property produces an income, we're going to funnel that into your investment account and to grow your investments. We're not buying new cars. We're not doing all of that. We're thinking about your future, the future you, the frail you. So then you're going to use those assets for another down payment and buy another income producing property. Now you got two. Those incomes are going the income from those two properties, you're going to invest those in the market. As those market assets increase, you're going to use those as a down payment and buy another property. And you're going to have to do this every year, at least get one every year for the next 10 years. Now, at retirement in 10 years, I bet you're going to live better than you did all these other years. Because if on those, let's say you bought a single family resident, that's not what I want you to do, but let's just say that because it's a little easier. It's easier to do it that way. Let's say you bought 10 single family residents over these 10 years. And you have mortgages on those, and the rent that the properties generate pays you $200 a month over and above the expenses, and meaning the mortgage and miscellaneous expenses required to keep this property going. So that's 200 times 10. And also that 200, that actually increases over time. So, and the way that increases is because you're paying down they paying the mortgage for you, the renters. So first off, they're buying it for you and they're giving you $200 a month. Well, rents increase. So even at the new law here in California is 5% plus inflation per year. So is the maximum you can raise. So let's say that's inflation is at least 3%. So let's just say 8% is what you raise the price per year, the rent per year. So if it's $1,000 rent, so that's $80. So $80 a year. So for 10 years, 80, isn't that $800? So I think so, if my math is not wrong, right? 80 times 10, you add another, that's $800. So that's another $800 plus the original $200 you was already getting. And they're still paying it down for you. So in 10 years, you would have, well, at least from the first property, in a rolling 10 years, you're going to be getting basically a G per property. So that's $10,000 per month income. Where at first you was just working at Walmart and doing Uber, doing some heavy lifting while you could. And now that you frail and you can't work, well, hey, you got this good source of income. Now you can feel free to go on a trip. You can feel free to go to breakfast, and hang out with the senior citizens that at the breakfast spot at Denny's or whatever. Go to McDonald's and sit there and enjoy a coffee with your friends, talking to your friends, sit in the park and not have financial worries. You're not homeless. You're not homeless. You know, I don't want to see you homeless. That's the worst, man. So now, at some point, if you need money, you can sell those properties. You've got equity in these now. So you just solved your own problem. What do if you have nothing saved for retirement? Invest in real estate and become entrepreneurial. And here's another little twist. It's an entrepreneurial endeavor to achieve this real estate investment portfolio. So I'm calling you an entrepreneur by doing that. But then our goal is to generate income, right? Well, here's just another little thing to throw at you. I used to own laundromats. The best way to acquire a laundromat is to get a home equity line of credit and purchase the laundromat. Laundromat is all income. There are expenses, but you got to do the numbers as entrepreneurial, you know, above the expenses, the income that's above the expenses goes into your pocket. So I'm just saying that to say you can make another $100,000 just off, you know, using your properties to buy yourself some laundromats. Now you can start doing that in your old age. You could buy a liquor store or, you know, a gas station. You can buy, you know, whatever the business is that you're interested in. You could do it from an entrepreneurial standpoint, and you are directing traffic in your old age. You're not doing the lifting. You telling them, hey, go lift that for me. Hey, go lift this for me. Keeping your mind fresh, keeping you with activities to do, and keeping yourself with an income. And legacy investing. Now, these scenarios I just named, you just generated an income that is going to help the kids that's coming behind you, and help you take care of the adults that help take care of you, help bring you in this world. Your mother, your father, your aunties and cousins, and all those who got nowhere to go, and they wind up on your doorstep. And I'm speaking specifically of the parents and the elderly uncles and aunties that, you know, they helped you out. They're your family. They got nowhere to go. So let's not throw them out. Let's think about that now. If you are in a situation, you can identify those relatives right now